Assalamualaikum. My name is Shahira. In this series of Food and Faith, Muslim SG together with the Asatiza Youth Network and their invited guests will discuss the relation between food, faith and culture. We will bring you friends from other faiths to discuss respective religious festivals and observation, and us sharing about ours too, together with me spicing the beauty of different faiths. When you happen to walk through the Chinatown these days, you will notice beautiful lanterns of all colours popping up around stalls. Along with rich decorations come elaborately designed boxes in many shapes and sizes filled with little square packages of round mooncakes in celebrations of the Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival. These little packages of mooncakes come in many varieties, from traditional flavours with lotus seed paste and egg yolk to snow-skin versions filled with everything from ice cream to durian. Without a doubt, mooncakes are the main highlight of the Mid-Autumn Festival. In this episode of Food and Faith, we will get to know more of the origins and philosophy behind these unique seasonal pastries and its festival. Assalamualaikum and welcome to the third episode of Food and Faith, and together with me is Master Benjamin Tan and also Ustaz Fizar. Welcome.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, so today we're going to have, as what's on the table, so we're going to talk about mooncakes. And Ustaz can see there's offers like mooncakes all around now. I think that is the season, meaning that it will be a mid-autumn festival season. Right. So Ustaz, which one is your favourite and do you really like mooncakes?
Alright, that's a question which is very interesting because I'm a sweet tooth. I have a sweet tooth and I love all kind of desserts, alright? Yep. A Chinese one, Malay one or anything. But with regards to mooncakes, yes, I really do love mooncakes. It's either the traditionally baked ones or the snow skin ones. Yeah. So yeah, and if you ask me, my favorite ones would be, I prefer the baked ones, and then the one that has a double yolk.
Double yolk,
okay. And then there's lotus and the seed, the peanuts, right?
Yeah, the nuts.
The different kind of nuts where there's different kind of texture. There's the rich flavor, then there's the aroma, then there's a strong taste of the lotus, and then there's crunchiness of the nuts.
Yep.
Ooh, that is nice, I tell you.
The snow skin, do you prefer the durian one? Do you taste that durian before or ice cream before?
Yeah. I like I said, I'm a sweet tooth, so I tried every kind of most of the kinds of the mooncakes available. But I prefer the traditional ones because not only just because of the taste, but because of the significance. Because that is as close as you can get to the original thing from the culture. Because when you eat, it's not just about eating, but it's about understanding and internalizing the story behind why such a food came up initially in the first place.
Okay, so Master Benjamin, we see that there's mooncake here, right? Yep. So, but I see there's, why is it usually in round shape?
Okay, so, round in Chinese culture signifies reunion and prosperity.
Okay.
And then this Mid-Autumn Festival is celebrated on the 15 days of the 8th month of the lunar calendar. Right. And then that's where the moon is around us.
Okay.
So to complement the round moon, we have normally mooncakes are made in the round shape.
In the circular shape.
Shape. Then it signifies reunion and then everybody in the family coming together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you talk about circle, coming to a complete circle, reunion, coming together, what does it actually mean? What does it signify? The shape round. What does it really signify in the Chinese culture?
When everybody comes together in a round table, like at home for a dinner, then everybody feels happy.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, so that is why every time when you have a reunion, the table is always round.
Correct.
Although it's bigger and bigger, it still has to be round shape.
Because I remember watching Ip Man 1 to Ip Man 4, there's always a round
table.
So it means that it comes together.
It signifies reunion.
I see. Now I understand. All right.
So at the same time also you can talk to each other.
Yeah,
you can see each other easier, right?
Yeah. It's very unique,
So do you usually have it at home, as in during the reunion, or is there any significance when you give it to others? Or?
When we give it to others, it's a form of thanksgiving. When we do it at home, it's a form of reunion. Like like our annual reunion dinner when everybody comes together for dinner and things like that.
Yeah.
So a dessert is served after dinner. So this mooncake is the dessert.
I see. So originally it has to be round.
Yeah,
but some of the mooncakes that I see, uniquely it's squarish, but there's still a round imprint inside.
Yeah, correct.
Does it signify that it's still round as a dessert?
The imprints are normally auspicious Chinese character.
Okay.
Or it may be the brand of the mooncake or the flavor of the mooncake.
So each and every single mooncake will have a different design, different imprint to signify the content or the flavor within that particular mooncake lah.
But the mostly common sin is the auspicious Chinese character.
Like for example?
Longevity, or wealth or prosperity.
Okay. How do you say that in Chinese? Longevity.
They normally so. Then wealth they put cai.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And prosperity they put lu.
Okay.
So there's always 3 of them, or just you pick one?
Yeah, it may vary lah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So it's like a label lah. So just like Islam, we have like the khat.
The Islamic
we
khat.
have a manner of how to write in terms of our calligraphy. So likewise, I think Chinese as well. They will imprint that on the cake so that it become much more auspicious and it has a greater significance in a sense lah.
Okay, so we have been talking about the mooncake, the shapes, the flavors, right? So what's the story or the significance behind having mooncake during the Mid-Autumn Festival specifically, and the relation between the moon? When it comes to like mooncake, people thought also that it will have some relation or story behind it with the moon.
So one of the first story that I actually read about previously was during the Tang Dynasty there was a rebellion. So the emperor led the whole battalion to overthrow the rebels, and then when they were celebrating this victory at night, so it was a full moon night, and then while they were having the cakes, and then this poet he recited his poem, and he included this phrase inside, whereby this phrase has something to do with the moon. So it actually became Yue Ping, which means mooncake.
Okay.
Yeah, and another story was during the Yuan dynasty when the leader of Ming dynasty wanted to overthrow the Yuan dynasty. It was back in the olden days. In the imperial court, security were very tight.
Okay.
So messages were passed through mooncakes. It was actually small piece of paper. They were hidden inside mooncake and passed around and given like a gift to another person.
Okay, so what is the significance of celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival?
Like for the first story is when people reunite after a victory. Then it's a form of reunion.
Okay.
And then for the second part is telling people to come together. Through paper messages inside the mooncake. It's also a form of reunion, to reunite back together.
Okay, so having mooncake is also part of signifies the celebration as well. Understand that.
It's very unique because what I see is mooncake being something which is sweet in terms of the taste and palate. So when we talk about reunion, people come back together, and then the first story was regards to a war battle, right? And then the whole mood was really celebrative in a sense. So they come up with this thing called Yuan Ping.
Yuan Ping.
Yuan Ping. So if I go to any of the shop, I say Yuan Ping,
Yuan
Ike.
Ping.
So that means I can eat mooncake lah. Alright. So technically, I think it's to celebrate the sweetness behind
Sweet
reunion.
relates to happiness.
I think it's very unique.
Okay, so as Master Benjamin mentioned that during the Mid-Autumn Festival we have like reunion. As Muslim, we also value reunion, and during our celebration also we have sweet foods. So Fizar, you would like to share more about this?
Alright, so we talk about desserts. You need desserts ataupun kuih-kuih. It's very universal. I think not just only the Chinese have it, the Malays have it, the Indians also, they have their laddu. It's also celebrative. The Malays will have our numerous kind of kuihs lah.
Alright.
So I know that that there's a pineapple tart. That is something which is meant to be sweet lah. I remember one of the kuih is called talam ubi. Talam ubi, it's like a pan. It's not pancake. It's a Malay pancake, means there's a pan, and then there is some kind of what do you call it?
Glutinous rice.
Glutinous rice. Yeah, and then there is the sweet part, which is my favorite lah. Usually I eat the top part, then the white part I give charity to someone else. So what happened is I asked my grandmother before, and they said that in the past, the tapioca is always in abundance.
Yeah, correct.
Sugar is in abundance, and then rice or glutinous rice is always in abundance. So sometimes they don't have like a meaty meal. So what they do is they cook up something which is sweet and savory,
right?
Just to eat the plate lah, ataupun just to help them feel good lah. Yeah. So the whole idea of, I think if you try to link up the Malay kuih, the Malay culture or Islam, I think across all board, the whole idea is celebrating sweetness. The sweetness of something resonates with the experience of going through a particular reunion or event or gathering and so on and so forth. I remember when I was studying in Syria, in Singapore, usually if we reach the Maulidur Rasul period, the mosques, they will actually serve biryani. We were talking about biryani just now. Right. So the mosques would serve biryani lah, either meat or mutton or chicken, and somehow it becomes like a significant meal when it comes to celebrating the Prophet's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was studying in Syria, we were thinking the same. There must be something which is meaty, full, filling. So we went to this big event, and one of the teachers actually, disbursed not rice with meat, but we call it mulabbas. Okay. Mulabbas is like almonds coated with sugar. Then the teacher actually mentioned something about the significance behind why we eat something sweet on the Prophet's birthday. Because number one, when you bite through the nuts, it's not an easy thing. You have to put in the force. Yep. So likewise, when you want to get through an experience, you want to get knowledge, it's not something which is easy. Right. A lot of people in the past, especially our forefathers, they have to go through a lot of sacrifices. So the hardness of something is the truth of attaining and achieving something in life. Okay. But the sweetness will come after. And that's where the sugar comes outside. And then nuttiness is the earthy feeling, earthy taste. Right. So it all links up together, that when we talk about, for example, with regards to Islam, the Prophet's birthday, the whole idea is to remind that the Prophet's path was not something which was easy for him to go through, the companions to go through, and then our forefathers had to go through a lot of sacrifices. So the hardness is the truth of the spreading of the message. And then the sweetness is what we have right now, in terms of the togetherness, the how we reap the the rewards, what we sow before. So in a nutshell, we realize that sweetness is not just something about sweet lah. It's not just to make you happy, but also to relate that, just to link up that particular event with the sweetness of something in life. Right. So I think going around full circle as well, talk about mooncake, something which I truly like myself. I can't wait to eat it. I think it's to celebrate the sweetness behind what our forefathers and what the previous generations have done before, the pioneers before us. Yep. And that is a little bit much more celebrative, I think, more than spiritual itself. Yeah, very true. But talk about the racial harmony that we come together to enjoy. Yep. Yeah. Alright, Master Benjamin. Now that we're talking about Mid-Autumn Festival, right? And we've been talking about mooncakes. But other than mooncakes alone, do you actually celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival with any other things or any other significant food?
So normally we look forward to the dinner. Yeah. The younger kids look forward to the carrying of lantern, and then the moon viewing after the
moon viewing. Yeah. Right.
Because the moon is around us on that certain day.
So for example, this year, when is the auspicious time, or when is the true date of Mid-Autumn Festival?
This year is on October 1st.
October 1st.
Yeah. Right? And then normally the moon will be really, really round around 8 to 9 p.m.
Wow. Yeah. So that means you will have dinner first.
Yep.
So right after dinner, you'll go out and enjoy the sighting of the moon.
Yeah, and then having mooncake and tea as well.
All right. What's the link and connection between Mid-Autumn Festival and the Taoist people?
In the olden days, there's the worshipping of the moon, and then the Thanksgiving prayer. Yeah. For the autumn harvest. Okay. Yeah, so the olden day people, they will worship the moon to thanks for the harvest, for the good harvest. That's why normally at night they will have the celebratory dinner and all this thing. Yeah. But now in the modern day society, many of these celebrations and things that have developed into Chinese culture. So from Taoist culture to Chinese culture, so it become a Chinese thing already. Right. It's not there's not so much of the substance of religion inside this thing right now. So it's more of a
Culture.
Chinese celebration,
Chinese culture celebration.
Alright.
Okay, that's interesting.
Now that the a lot of mooncakes are halal, and to the Muslim Malay communities, like this food.
Mooncake.
Yeah, mooncake.
Well, if you ask me, I do like it.
I do like it.
You like it as well?
Yeah.
We like it.
We like it.
Yeah. And I'm not sure whether the community as a whole love it and like it, but there's always instances when I like to get a particular flavor, a particular mooncake from that particular shop. It's sold out.
Okay.
That can only mean that it's really, really, hyped.
Yeah.
Over and hyped up. And I think as time goes by, as we learn the diverse and the richness of cultures within our society in Singapore, I think people start to accept the fact that, this food is now halal.
Okay.
Let's see how nice is it. And we just want to try out the food. Is it that nice? Is it good? And for me, when I first developed a liking for mooncake, was because when it was in school, usually then the mooncake was not yet halal. So I always see that my peers, they will always share, the mooncake amongst them. And I say, this must be something which is nice, right? So eventually when, they started to produce halal mooncakes, then we started to eat it, and then say, it's nice, it's sweet. This is a very unique flavor. But I also want to ask you something, Master Benjamin. Now that that there are more halal mooncakes outside, and you say it yourself, how do you find it? I mean, are you okay with it that, my food now is becoming halal? And then, does it also taste the flavor somehow?
Having the halal mooncake is a good thing because more people can try it now.
Yeah.
The taste don't really change.
Okay.
Because the sweet base inside will actually overpower the crust. And the only part about the mooncake which makes it halal or non-halal is the crust.
Okay.
Yeah, but when you have the paste overpowering the crust, you won't be able to taste the crust.
So the paste is still the same, right?
Yeah, the paste is still the same.
Which is the lotus and also the egg yolk.
Yeah, correct. Lotus and the salted egg yolk.
So it seems that the food is always the core of the discussion that we have usually, right? And also sometimes through food we learn better of other culture and also the community. So Ustaz Fizar, do you have any experience on this?
Alright.
Particularly?
It's always said that to know a man's heart, you have to go through the stomach. So technically, in a nutshell, food actually unites us. Good food, good gastronomical experience is something which is, subhanallah, something which is amazing. And that is what we enjoy in Uniquely Singapore. We're able to actually have a taste of each other's
True
cultures
identity to Singapore.
So that's really unique in a sense.
And I understand also when it comes to neighbour, right? When you actually want to understand other culture is also by giving your food culture, right? So that is where you get to taste, and then when you taste, you ask about it. What is it significance of your celebration?
It's not just for us Muslims, but also for our neighbours and friends. Because we somehow have to read up about their culture. What is unique in terms of when to buy them oranges? You don't give oranges in mid-autumn, and you don't give mooncakes during Chinese New Year. So you somehow have to read up a little bit about their cultures and what they like. And this is something which is really, really appreciated. And likewise, when our non-Muslim neighbours, they start to give us food, they will realize that, okay, my neighbour is a Muslim, they shouldn't eat this, they wouldn't eat that, and they have to be a little bit sensitive. So that's how it developed into a Uniquely Singapore experience where the diversity molds the fabric of our society. In terms of understanding one another and appreciating one another's values in life.
I think like sharing food is a very good way to understand our communities, different communities in Singapore. So like Malay, we normally have they always give us the padangs.
Padang, you mean nasi padang?
Nasi padang. They will normally bring it to you in the tingkat bowls. These are the food that is being served during their festivals. Then our Indian community, they'll give us biryani. But one of the things that interconnects us, like all food, is basically the curry. Curry. So the Malay, they always give us curry. Chinese, they'll cook curry, and Indian, they'll cook curry as well.
That's the main dish curry across all board. The dessert will be durian.
Yeah, right.
Durian. That's it. Nafsu.
From the discussion that we have, Mooncakes and also Mid-Autumn Festival.
Right.
So what are the values that the Singaporean can learn from it?
Okay. So now most Singaporean kids will move out from their house and live apart from their parents. So I mean, like this is the thing that is happening across all communities.
Yeah.
So having festivals like this, it will bring everyone back to the parents' home, be it the parents' home or the kids' home. So it's a form of reunion. And then what is really needed and supposed to have in our community is unity. So having practiced this reunion in our own home, then we will then be able to practice this unity outside with other communities as well. Yep.
Okay, so Ustaz Fizar, why do you think it's important for us to understand other culture and also festivals besides just eating and also experiencing their desserts and also pastries?
It's because that is what we pledge for as Singaporeans. We want to live together. We want to enjoy a democratic society regardless of race, language and religion. And that is one of the unique ethos being a Singaporean, where you can enjoy all that within a safety net, within a very good and solid social fabric. And I think in a nutshell, it's just a beautiful thing. And that's how we have the hashtag SG United.
Indeed, as a Muslim, I have learned to appreciate different religions, cultures and traditions. Through having such a rich conversation over delicious mooncakes with fellow Muslim and Taoist, I managed to share valuable insights on our respective religious practices and traditions. Let us continue to build bridges and learn from one another. Do join me for the next episode of Food and Faith and share with me your favorite mooncake at the comment section below. Till then, Assalamualaikum.